Yo. What's up, Crypto Cliff, man? It's been such a long time since I seen you.
Oh yeah, just yesterday, right?
Yeah, probably let me see, about 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what's
Yeah,
going on?
man. Oh, not much, man. It's, getting back into the swing of it. We fully into this Crypto Cliff tour, man. Out here changing lives, and man, had a great time in Baltimore.
Man, I had a blast in Baltimore, man. Baltimore the city showed us a lot of love out there, man. The brothers from Baltimore who have set up the event, man, were very hospitable, man, and showed us a great time, man. Shout out to the brother Gregory Brown and the brother Sean T.
Yeah, let's start off with Sean right here. Sean, man, you know, people have always been cool and nice to us, man. But this brother here he made sure we didn't want or need for nothing. And Greg was the same way, man. I told them, man, they really set the bar high of what a host should be, because what they did was straight Southern hospitality up north. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, most of the time when you think of people up north, you think of the rudeness, you think of traffic being bad, cut you off, which we had some problem with traffic a little bit, man. But
Yeah.
man, those brothers, man, showed us nothing but utmost love, man. And from the time I actually touched down, man, Sean hit me up like, bro, do you need anything? Do you need something to eat? What you want for lunch? What you want for breakfast? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? He was definitely looking out for the brothers, man.
Right. And Gabe said, "What up? What up, Gabe? We really miss Gabe on the road. Gabe bring a whole different energy, man. He keep everything, moving and light.
Yeah.
And then since he's so pretty, we get better seating with the waitresses and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah. He'll definitely be at the next one, man. Miami is coming up soon. We'll go ahead and drop that location sometime this week for Miami. Yeah. So, man, I mean, I had a blast in Baltimore. I'm waiting to see what other cities brothers actually want to bring us to.
Yeah. And I got a chance to. What I thought was unique is that a couple people traveled from way far. You had Arnaldo, who came up from
good brother,
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
But he's from Miami, so he's trying to get to Miami to show us around. And then Terrence, who's a friend of mine, came up from Dallas, and I thought that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Terrence a good brother as well too, man. Terrence, we had some really interesting conversations, man. Me and that brother right there, man.
Right.
But all the brothers that came, man, the BMW brothers that came, man, man, we had a blast, man. That time we spent, man, was priceless.
Yeah. And then I wanted to show Terrence. That's Terrence, the bodyguard on the whole other side. But before we get too far, man, let's talk about this outfit, man.
Oh, I had to stun. I got to shine, man. I can't go out there and try to give people $1 million worth of game without looking like $1 million.
Yeah, look, you're $1 million worth of game for $9.99. You came out there sharp, with the red bottoms, the shaft jacket, and everything in the pulpit.
In the pulpit, man. And guess what, brothers? I didn't cuss not one time.
Me either.
Yeah, we didn't cuss not one time.
I think that was more impressive that they had me in the pulpit. And I know Sean was sitting back to me. I can't believe I invited this Negro OG and Crypto Cliff up into the church. But man, we respect it. And like we talked about, is like, although we may or may not go to church, we respect the culture of our ancestors. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. That respect was definitely there. We were gonna come to the house of the Lord, and some people saying and disrespect the pastor and disrespect the people of the church. Nah,
yeah,
we will do everything with respect, because before everything else, man, we're brothers and we're family. So I look at everybody in that church that came like family, and I treated them like family. It even came out in the presentation. I was being engaged with people. I was asking questions. I was calling the elder sister. That's my sister right there. That's my brother right here. What's going on? It's all about respect. We got to look at each other as family. And once we get that viewpoint of actually looking at each other as family, I mean, everything else, you can see the love in people's eyes with that, man.
Yeah, even in the podcast that we had, that is in the group right now, afterwards, we had probably like a 20-minute discussion about religion and how we really appreciate people like Brother Brown and Sean, who live the example of their faith. And they don't have to tell us, they're not browbeaten, but they live, they're a walking or a living testimony, as they say. And it showed in how this brother was willing to take me. I had to go to Delaware. I thought I had to go to Delaware, which is an hour and a half away. He was willing to, instead of me catching a train, to take me to Delaware. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He called me all the way up until I got to the airport. And just that hospitality, man, I already said that, but that hospitality was very refreshing. It made us very comfortable in the church home. We got to meet the pastor. The pastor was impressed. And so, man, it was overall a really good, a good situation.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I fell in love with the city, man. The food there was actually pretty good as well, too. Y'all know every city we go to, I'm gonna talk about the food.
Gotcha.
I'm a foodie. It is at heart.
Hey, the beer, he said, hi, good job. He didn't know if we was going to be able to pull off not cussing, but not even being disrespectful. Like, one thing about church is you got to know the customs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know where to stand, where to sit, when to stand, what to say, what not to say. And that part went well.
Yeah, man. We had a lot of good highlights of that of the Baltimore trip as well too. I think the funniest part for me is when I ripped that $100 bill up and started stepping on it with the red bottoms. And I see everybody's eyes just start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, this fool just ripped a $100 bill. Yeah. And I let it sit on the ground for a while too.
About an hour. And so when you guys do see the video, Cliff was talking about fiat money versus, the gold standard. He pulled out a $1 bill, which was a bond or a certificate that was backed by gold or silver. And then he pulled out 100 and ripped it and threw it on the ground in the church house. And people was like, yo, like, what is that?
It was a statement, man, that showed that money we actually use today is nothing more than a promissory note. And right. That our gold our currency used to actually be backed by physical gold and silver, which is what I actually showed. I showed a gold certificate note. A silver certificate note of a $1 bill, which I could have took that $1 bill into a bank or something and actually got silver for that note. Versus now, our money is on a trust the government type system. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing.
Promises. It's a promise, right? Promissory note.
Yeah, it's a promissory note, IOU.
And how many times has the government broke its promise to especially to Black people?
Oh, damn near daily.
Damn near daily. And now we're gonna trust you with this promissory note that you're gonna honor the certificate of that says 100 or a 20 or a 5. You know what I'm saying? Or a 1.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's backed by the trust of the government. You're supposed to trust that the government has these reserves or these resources in reserves.
Right.
Versus you actually being able to go get your own silver.
Right. I don't know if you know the answer to this, but this is weird to me. But, I was at Chipotle yesterday. Chipotle is the only place I get vegetables. When I'm out of town, like, I'm going to get my vegetables. If my mama asked me if I ate my greens, I say, yeah, I went to Chipotle 3 times. But they wouldn't take cash from this lady because they didn't have any coins. And they're saying there's a coin shortage. Oh, there's a coin shortage. We don't have any coins. I'm like, God damn it. I know I got $3 worth of nickels over here on my desk. You know what I'm saying? What's up with this coin shortage thing? And these people would not take cash. She had to order her debit card. She had lost her debit card. So she was stuck.
Think about this. Let's think about this really. Sometimes your coins is actually worth more than the dollar bills you have in your pocket.
Because of the metal.
Because of the metal. The metal is a what? A natural what? Resource. Pennies are made from what? Copper. Copper is a natural what? Resource. Gotcha. Nickels, they're made from iron. Somewhat silver. You might be able to find a silver or a quarter that was, I think, done before 1973 that actually was like 78% silver.
Wow.
So a lot of the coins that we see on the streets and just walk past because we have these paper bills in our pocket are actually worth more than the paper bills we have in our pocket. You get what I'm saying? Man, just think about that. Just think about that. But a lot of people don't see it that way. I mean, I'm a coin hoarder. I got jars of pennies and nickels and dimes and quarters, but I'm always looking for the next buck. Like I said, certain quarters have up to 90% silver in them. So I know, okay, if I chain this quarter in, I can potentially get around $15 to $16 for a 25-cent piece.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got quarters everywhere, and I used to own a payphone route. Yeah. I wish I still own that payphone route, man, because I used to pick up $150, $200 worth of quarters every other day. You know what I'm saying? Then I take them and convert them into dollars and spend them because they were so heavy. They were hard to carry around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just think about how many quarters you actually had that probably was potentially worth a lot more because of the silver content in them.
Yeah, because someone just used a quarter. They had a quarter. They put it in the phone. That I could have, man. Okay, I'm not gonna look back, but I had a lot of coins. I got a lot of coins sitting around here too. We got a 5-gallon thing we used to put the coins in to act like we were save for a vacation, but then all the quarters came up missing. They're like, oh, it was full of dimes and pennies. Like, who the fuck taking all the quarters?
Yeah, I understand, man. But people really need to realize what a real value it is. It's not in the paper bills you have in your pocket, because from the time you actually deposit those paper bills into a banking system, it goes digital.
Yeah.
Banks don't sit on money. They don't sit on paper money. They sit on digital money. So with that being said, the perfect time to buy into right now is the digital market, which is what the crypto market, because everything is going digital. Paper dollars are going to be obsolete in a minute.
I believe you, because when I was looking at Narco with the story on Netflix, are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
And he kept on burying the money, and then like the rats was eating the money, and it was like, you know, they looking for ways to convert that or to launder the money. And that's actually how our next city, Miami, was built on laundered drug money. They propped up the construction industry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. Just think about it, man. Paper is obsolete. You got to get on the new frame of mind or the new frame of thinking that everything is going digital. Yeah. Everything. Eventually, the United States will have a USD cryptocurrency, centralized cryptocurrency. They've been working on it for the last 3.5 years.
Wow.
Other countries are getting into it. What?
Back to Baltimore. Yeah. I didn't want to cut you off on that because that's a very important point. You said other countries like what? El Salvador?
Salvador is getting into it. Dubai is getting into it. I mean, eventually you'll see a lot of the European countries are getting into it. They're really looking into it in the Netherlands. Yeah. It's coming. Yeah. They're trying to make everything universal, meaning that you can be able to use one central form of payment around the globe versus you actually being able to use it just in your country and have to convert it over to something else. It's a headache when it comes down to that SWIFT system.
It is. And you know, when Gaddafi was trying to put his country back on the gold standard, you see what happened to him. And so since there's no head of this, it's decentralized, it can't be stopped at this point. Is that what we're thinking? Is that my thinking right?
But they killed Gaddafi for another reason. Gaddafi wasn't only just trying to put his country on the gold standard, he was trying to unify Africa and make Africa backed by the resources of Africa, which would have bankrupted the world. Because everybody rapes Africa. Right. So imagine if that would have happened. He would have bankrupted the entire planet. That's why they had to get rid of Gaddafi.
I see. I know it has something to do with the resources, because everybody comes and takes the resources and fortifies their land, because a lot of them don't have natural resources, like in England and places like that, UK.
Yeah, in America.
So you know what? Going back to Baltimore, the course was amazing, right? But the thing I enjoy most is the fellowship and the brotherhood. In fact, me and Arnaldo met for coffee the next day, and we just kind of walked around downtown, right? But we was out to eat, you know, because that's one of our other hobbies, is we go out to eat. And we looked across the parking lot, and there was a casino. We're like, yo, look at Jesus. It's a casino right across the street.
Yeah, I think it was called the Live Casino or something like that, right?
Yeah, so we ended up watching a UFC fight in the casino, and most of us didn't gamble. One person we had to go look for, but just talk about the brotherhood of, like, I would have never, without you guys, I don't gamble like that. I would have never went to a casino. But just talk about the brotherhood that we're discovering along the way in this crypto course that we've developed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like you, brother. I lose $20, I'm ready to fight. I know a lot of people laugh at me because I'm an investor, but investing is actually a strategic way to actually gamble the market. Not really gamble the market, but a strategic way to actually look at the markets and gain money off the markets. But as far as the brotherhood, man, it was a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, it's like meeting up with brothers who you never met, but you've met so many times before, to be honest. Right. That's the best way I can actually describe it, man. We were already familiar with each other. So it wasn't a strange feeling when we came together. It was like, what's good, bro? You know, what's good, bro? I mean, never seen you. How your kids? How your family? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like meeting up with a long-term friend that you talk to on a daily basis, or sometimes a weekly basis, but you never met them before.
Right.
So it was nice, man, for us to go out to eat. We went out to eat. I think we went to Longhorn.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to Longhorn. We chopped it up at Longhorn, man. Went to the casino, seen a fight, man. So we sat around the church and actually talked for a good minute of time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, a couple curse words did come out after I got off that stage. After the stage, I think it was off the clock, man. But man, it's the brotherhood, man. You really seen what we are actually doing and what we actually accomplishing with BMMO, because man, we came together as brothers. We left as brothers. Even when we actually parted ways with Sean and Greg, man, it was like, hey, bro, hey, I appreciate you. Man, you need anything else, man, if you come to Atlanta, I got you.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again. So, I mean, we heading back to Baltimore on the 5th of February.
One thing I like to measure. Hold on, so we're going back on the 5th of February?
5th of February.
I'm going to write that down. One thing I like to do is analyze and be analytical about budgets and numbers and things like that, my sleep and everything. And I'm about to check my wallet because I noticed that I probably spent 65 to 70% less on food in Baltimore because our wives weren't there.
Man,
you know
what you talking about, man? Man, what you talking about, man? Man, look here, bro. You seen my wife from the time we got off the plane in
she
Dallas.
was on a cuisine tour. Your wife she wasn't for a crypto tour. She was here to sample the best Dallas had to offer.
But this is the thing, though. Before we even got to Dallas, a couple of weeks, she was already looking at restaurants to spot our restaurants she actually wanted to hit up.
Yeah.
Which is going to be even worse in New York. We go to New York in January because all of the wives of Atlanta, the brothers in Atlanta, they're all bringing their wives to New York, and they already got a whole entire game plan from New York. So,
man,
look, I'm gonna end up spending money in New York.
I ain't never spent $50 on vegetables. Tamara's vegetables plate was $50 at Papa's. It was good. I don't know what they put in it, but it was like, yo, how much is that? So we had a great time. But like I said, in Baltimore, man, it was like, I think the steaks at Longhorn was like $15 or $16, not $115.
Yeah, you can order appetizers, a few drinks, and everything in Longhorn. It don't even equate to the amount we spent. Yeah, it don't even equate to a quarter of the amount we spent at one restaurant in Dallas.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was a beautiful experience regardless, man. Just having our wives there versus not having our wives there. But money wise, when it comes down to actually spending, I would rather rather have just the brothers there.
Yeah, it was good for them to meet each other. And even in Baltimore with the wives that came out, Gregory's wife and Sean's wife, they were excited to meet and talk to us and watch us do our thing, and had some real nice things to say about men that their husbands were associating themselves with.
Oh yeah, I think one of the best things that I actually heard in Baltimore was how they were so psyched to see the entire Crypto Cliff conference ran by black men. From Jay actually opening the door and verifying people that actually came in, to you hosting everything and and doing everything with the camera systems and the slides, to me actually speaking, to Terrence putting things on, handing out booklets. So everything was ran by black men. They were like, we never seen this before. We never seen an entire organization actually just ran by black men. It's always a woman somewhere around. Like, nah, this is BMMO. This is how we move. And they were psyched to see that, man. So we have to start, putting that into everything, embracing that in everything. With that being said,
it was accidental. We didn't set out to do that. Just what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You see the power of the black man in that, and just by them saying that, you see, okay, black man, we are powerful. We do have it. We do have that if factor. We do have that masculine factor. And they love to see that masculine energy that runs everything.
Yes, I agree with you. Well, look, man, we got a few people watching. We don't have any more questions and comments, man. But like, we want to wrap this up and just talk about how excellent Baltimore is. We're looking forward to other cities. So if you want us to come to your city, reach out to Gabe, reach out to Cliff, reach out to me. And let's put something together, because Baltimore showed up and showed out, man. Even if they had a couple people in there who was trying to sell us on some other stuff. They had some people in Baltimore who was hustling in the meeting. They was like, yeah, man, we just paid you, but hey, why don't you come look at what we got? That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny, man. They talked about those brothers. They was pretty good brothers, man. But
they was good brothers.
It was hilarious, man. They was trying to network within the network, but I got that. I get it.
Hey, man.
They even stopped the show to do it at one point. Hey, have you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
But it's all good, man. It's all love.
It is. And the thing that's difficult right now about the crypto space is, as I'm talking to people, they think the scammers or the network marketers, the MLM, the scammers, they have the loudest voice because they have big networks. So, when we showed up, one of the things I said is, okay, that's it. We don't want anything else from you. If you have any questions, ask us, but there's no, thing you got to do. You don't have to sign up 3 people. Nothing against all that, but that's just not what it is. And we were telling them, this is all the information. We don't have a $2,500 blah, 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 blah. You good? You get it? Come up here, ask some questions, and, join the mastermind. The mastermind is $20. We're putting great information in there. In fact, we're putting in a tip today that Cliff thinks or believes or knows. Well, Cliff is not financial advice. but it has the opportunity to, you know, probably 10x in the next 2 to 5 years. And so that's where we're really putting a lot of the the things that we believe are going to help people grow.
Oh yeah, man, definitely, man. That, one of the things I think that shocked the people there the most, like you said, was the fact that we weren't selling anything.
Right.
We didn't have anything to offer them to sell. Like, okay, now you got to bring X amount of people in and do this. And I got something totally against those MLMs because I was in a few of them and I used to waste my time with a bunch of them, so I got a vendetta against them. Hey. But me personally, I think it was good, man. When they figured out that we actually weren't trying to sell them anything, they were like, man, this is a relief, man, honestly.
Right.
They ain't trying to sell you. They ain't trying to sell me. No, it's basically just come here just to give me the information.
We told them that we can do better by sitting at home and not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, this is we're taking time away from our friends and our family and you know, our comfort zone, our computers, you know, our trading, to come and spend time to teach others how that they can have you know, how they can grow their secure their future in this new burgeoning space. So it would have been just as easy if we just easier if we would have sat at the crib.
Definitely. But hey, it's something about being person to person with somebody.
Absolutely.
It's something about sitting in front of a crowd of people. And I'm be honest with you, a lot of times, the first 2 times I did this, I was actually nervous, a little bit initially going into it. But when I see the crowd, when I see the people sitting there waiting for the information, longing for the information, I mean, it's a beautiful thing just to sit there and be able to see the expressions on people's face when they actually learn something new. Absolutely. Or they learn how to do something new. They learn, okay, I don't have to sit here and be stuck in this way of life forever. I can actually do this and actually get out of the wealth gap or enclose my own personal wealth gap.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that hit them more. Plus, I mean, I had one of the brothers that was there talking about eventually at some point in time in the speech, I sounded like a preacher or something like that. I was preaching a little bit or something.
Yeah, on the call of everybody say counts. When I say every dollar, you say counts. Every dollar counts.
Yeah, man. But I had, you know, it's that repetition, man. You keep thinking it, you keep saying it. Eventually, you'll start believing it. Right. So I wanted to really instill that into people, man. But I wasn't preaching, man. I just wanted to make sure I instill this into their head so they get to the point to where they can believe and they can believe and they can see it and it'll manifest into their futures. So absolutely. Man, so we was good in Baltimore, man. I'm looking forward to Miami's gonna be dope. Miami's gonna be tight. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be announcing Miami this week, and Miami's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be more taking the feedback, because one thing we have been doing is getting feedback, and we're gonna make it more interactive. It's gonna be more hands-on. So you bring your laptop, bring your smartphone, which people ain't leaving home without their smartphones. Bring your questions, and by the end of that day, you know, most of your questions that you'll have there will be answered, and you will be able to purchase and all those kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Come to Miami with an open mind and be ready to ingest this information. Be ready to go ahead and move, because by the time you leave Miami, you will become a crypto investor.
Yeah, and you can be hungry too, because since the wives are going to be around, some wives are going to be around. We can't just go to Chipotle like in Longhorn. We might have to go to some fine Cuban cuisine.
My wife already talking about going to Peter. What's Peter's name? The chick Phaedra from Love and Hip Hop. Her ex-husband. He has a restaurant down there that's supposed to be pretty good.
Cool.
She already talking about going there, so I'm like,
we already know.
Yeah.
All right, then, man. Look, if you got anything else, we out of here, man. You good?
I'm good, man. Y'all fellas, y'all, like we said before, if you want us to host something in your city, we getting booked up. So hit us up ASAP so we can go ahead and get you on the books.
And we out of here.